Hi guys, welcome to my new video. So today I'm introducing you my new n8n workflow, which is an urgent task alert from Google Sheet. So this workflow is really simple, but really useful. Because, for example, if you have a shared sheet with all of the tasks, for example, to follow your project, and then suddenly one task became urgent, you will receive the alert automatically. So as I said, it's a really simple workflow. We have three nodes. First one, we have the triggers. So for this, I set it up to every minute, but of course it can be when you want, every hour, every day, etc. But I suggest to put it every minute or every hour, so at least you know that you have something which is becoming urgent. Then you have a condition to send the email. So it's also really simple. We have only one condition, is that the priority needs to be urgent. And then we have our email alert, which is sent, which is resuming all of the information from the row where the task is urgent. So now let's check first the Google Sheet I'm speaking about, and then let's have a little demo. So now let's check let's demo the workflow. So first of all, I will show you the Google Sheet I was speaking about. So we have our, let's say, reporting or project tracking, file, etc. So we can see we have task owner, deadline, status, next step, priority, and it's priority that will interest us because we will flag all of the rows which have the urgent priority. So we can see we have one here, and let's add another one so we can do our demo. Not this one. Okay, so we have Tomat who has a priority urgent, and Patrick. Okay, so now let's run our workflow. It's running. Okay, now let's check our email. We received two emails. First one is for Thomas, so task owner Thomas, deadline, status, next step. And second one is for Patrick. So everything is fine. So we can see that the workflow is working fine. But now, to avoid the spamming, what I will suggest is to change the priority. So let's say priority for Patrick in progress. And now let's check again. We execute again. Okay, it's fine. Let's check the email again. And we receive only for Thomas. So we will do the same for Thomas in progress. Okay, so everything is fine now. We will check another time. And we can see that for this time, the node if is going to the false. So it doesn't send any email. It means we don't have any urgent task to be alerted from. So I suggest you to do this, because if you don't change the priority once you are taking care of it with a trigger, if you trigger it like every minute or every hour, each time you will receive an email. It's not what you want. So of course, it's better to change the priority so you are not spammed. So now let's check an enhanced version of this workflow where we have other nodes, and the goal of this workflow is to also receive a Telegram notification of escalation and reminder that the task is not dealt with if after 2 hours you still haven't have any update on the Google Sheet. So let's check the node. So first of all, we have a new Google Sheet node with a notification that will update the column notified as a yes. So following this, we have a waiting time before the check. So the recommended waiting time is 2 hours, but for this example, I have only set it up in 2 seconds, so for the demo. All right. Then we have a node if, which will check if the priority, so the column priority is still urgent, and then we will get a notification on Telegram that will be like a reminder. So this task is still open after 2 hours, and we will have like some information regarding the task. So it will be like an email reminder, but for this time it will be on Telegram. Alright, so now let's check the Google Sheet and the message that we will receive. So back on the Google Sheet, as we can see now, we have the notified column which has been updated, so on this row with a yes. And now let's check the Telegram account, so we can see that we have our reminder. So this task is still open after 2 hours, resolve the new bug, who is the owner Patrick, the due date today, status escalation, next step to be worked on. Please review this task in Google Sheet. So it's exactly what we have here. And that's it for me. So it's just a second version of the workflow that is adding a reminder. So of course there can be like several versions of this type of workflow, so you can change, you can adapt with anything that it fits for you. So for me, I say to you goodbye. If you have any question, any remarks, any comments, don't hesitate to let me know, and I wish you a great day. Bye bye.